Good morning, guys. I'm so excited that I get to see you today for another one of our videos. I know that we already spoke this morning with Miss Gabby and with all of our friends on the webcam that we use in the mornings now, but I still love making these videos with you guys because we get to do some special things in the videos that we don't get to do on the webcam. We get to sing and dance together, we get to read stories together, and we get to do our special calendar. So I'm so excited that we still get to do that stuff together today. For our video this morning, I want you to start by thinking about a problem that you have had to solve at home with mom and dad. It could be something like your brother or sister crying through the night and you're not able to sleep. It could be something like sharing your toys, or like figuring out what you're going to eat when you're hungry and you don't know what to eat. What's a problem that you've had to try and fix at home over the past couple days? Go ahead and close your eyes and think about it. What problem have you had to try and fix? Could be with your toys, it could be with food or with games, it could be with a brother or sister. Open your eyes. Did you think of one? If you're watching the video with a family member or with your mom or dad, go ahead and turn to them and tell them, what problem did you have to solve? And if not, you can just tell me, what problem did you have to fix? Very relatable, my friends. That is something that we all run into all the time when we have to stay home with mom and dad. I'm so happy that you were able to think of a way to solve that. You know, when we talk about stories that we read in our videos, we think about problems that the characters have to solve too. And I know that when we've been reading books for the past week, we've been talking all about, who remembers what this word is? Setting. We've been talking all about the setting of the books, where they happen. But today, we're going to go back to, what's this a picture of? Do you remember? Beginning, middle, and end. We're not even going to talk about beginning, middle, and end today. We're going to talk about problems that our characters have in the books. Do you remember in the beginning, characters find their problem? In the middle, they think, of a way to solve their problem. And in the end, what happens? That's right, they have already fixed their problem. We're going to think about finding the problem in the book that we read today, just like you thought of a problem that you had to solve at home. And just like we've been using our picture power and looking at details in the pictures to figure out the setting of a book, today we're going to use our picture power and details in the picture to find the problem that our main character has to solve. I think that we need to get some of our wiggles out with a gross motor activity. Go ahead and find a spot where you can stand with a lot of space around you, and we will move our bodies to help make us big and strong. I'm going to push the camera back, and you find a spot where you have lots of space to dance. And I'll go ahead and start our song. It's one that we haven't done for a couple days, so I'm excited. Let me push you back a little bit more so you can see.
Twist your right hand, twist, twist, twist your right hand, twist, twist, twist your left hand, twist, twist, twist your left hand, twist, twist, turn around, shake it down, and twist, 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 twist your right foot, twist, twist, twist your right foot, twist, twist, twist your left foot, twist, twist, twist your left foot, twist, twist, turn around, shake it down, and twist, 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 twist. Now dance to the music, dance, dance, dance to the music, dance, dance. Do 3 hops,
Count 1, 2, 3.
do 3 hops,
Count 1, 2, 3.
dance to the music, dance, dance, try.
Now back up.
Twist your right hip. Twist, twist, twist your right hip. Twist, twist, twist your left hip. Twist, twist, twist your left hip. Twist, twist, turn around and shake it down. And twist, 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 twist your right knee. Twist, twist, twist your right knee. Twist, twist, twist your left knee. Twist, twist, twist your left knee. Twist, twist, turn around, shake it down. And twist, 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 twist. Now dance to the music. Dance, dance, dance to the music. Dance, dance. Do 3 hops.
1, 2, 3.
Do 3 hops.
1, 2, 3.
Dance to the music. Dance, dance, dance to the music. Dance, dance. Now everybody stop. Now everybody
drop it
try.
back up one more time.
Oh, dance to the music. Dance, dance, dance to the music. Dance, dance. And do 3 hops.
Count 1, 2, 3.
Do 3 hops.
Count 1, 2, 3.
Dance to the music. Dance, dance, dance to the music. Dance, dance. Now everybody stop. Now everybody
drop
try.
all the way down to the floor, all the way down. Oh. That was so much fun. Thank you guys so much for dancing with me. I hope that you got some wiggles out. I hope that you got to practice balancing on your right leg and your left leg. You even got to do the tricky part where you shake your different knees. Let's go ahead and we can take some deep breaths to calm our bodies down before we read our story for the day. I'm going to bring our camera right back here. Ready? Whew, that one tuckered me out. What deep breath do you want to do today? I'm going to do butterfly breaths. We'll start with our elbows together and we'll bring them open as we breathe in, and as we breathe out, we'll close them back again. Open, close. Let's do 5. We'll start with number 1. Breathe in, breathe out. Number 2, breathe in, breathe out. Number 3, breathe in, breathe out. Number 4, breathe in, breathe out. And finally, number 5. Can you show me a different way to make 5 on your fingers? Not that way, a different way. We could do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could do 3 over here and 2 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or just the plain old normal 5. Breathe in. Hold it for even longer. Hold your breath. And breathe out. Incredible, guys. Deep breathing is over. I hope you are nice and relaxed. Your body is calm and flexible and ready to pay attention to our story today. Do you remember just a second ago what I said we would be looking for when we read our story today? Are we looking at the setting today? Not so much. We are looking at our character's problem. That's right. We have to figure out what is our character's problem in the story. Our story today is going to feature one of our favorite characters of all time. We've read so many of his books, and this is a brand new one that we haven't read yet. Who is this? Pete the cat. And you guys might even notice that the number 5 is up at the top. That's because there are lots of different Pete the Cat stories in this book. They are 5-minute Pete the Cat stories. It's not just one book. It's so thick that there are so many different Pete the Cat stories inside. All of them are about Pete and his friends and his family and the problems that he tries to fix in all the different stories. Today we're going to read a story about Pete and his mom and dad. In this story, he wants to do something really, really special for his mom and dad. But he has to figure out what that is. I know that we have done such a good job of using details and our picture power to figure things out from the pictures. Yesterday, we used our picture power to find details in all of these pictures, and we figured out what the setting of our story is. Today, I want you to use your picture power to look for details in these pictures to figure out what is Pete's problem in this story. What's the problem that he's trying to fix? Keep an eye out for that as we read. This story is called Pete the Cat. Rock on, Mom and Dad! Notice how when I start with the words, I'm going to start right over here on the left-hand side. Pete the Cat. Rock on, Mom and Dad! Oh, what details do you see? Maybe you're noticing he has a guitar. Maybe you're noticing there's a heart. How do you think Pete feels about his mom and dad? I bet he loves them so much. That's a cool detail that we can find with our picture power. Let's start the story. Think about what problem does Pete have to solve. Pete the Cat. Rock on, Mom and Dad. It's Monday morning, and Pete the Cat wakes up, only to realize that he's already late for school. His alarm didn't go off. Oh no! This is definitely not how Pete wanted to start off the week, but he's not worried. He gets dressed fast. He knows that his mom and dad are here to help him. When he gets downstairs, Dad has already made Pete some breakfast. You better not skip breakfast, Dad says. It's the most important meal of the day. Pete eats his food so fast. Pete gets ready to leave the house, and his mom says, Pete, aren't you missing something? Oh no, Pete almost forgot his backpack. Good thing Mom was here to help him out. He ran out to catch his bus just in time. Pete is so thankful. That means that he's appreciative of everything his mom and dad do. He's so thankful to have his parents to help him. He knows that mom and dad do so much to help him every single day. After Pete gets home from school, Mom helps him practice his baseball. Pete gets better and better every day because Mom is helping him. Dad takes Pete to his guitar lessons every single week so Pete can practice making music that he loves. Pete's favorite thing to do is to play the guitar. Every single day, Mom and Dad do so many things to help Pete. And Pete realizes he's never really said thank you. Do you say thank you to your moms and dads when they help you with things? Do you say thank you to Mr. Zachary and Miss Gabby when we help you with things? Yeah, you do. You guys are very polite in our classroom. You say thank you to your teachers. You say thank you to your friends. Thanking people is how we express how much we love them and how much we appreciate them. But Pete never said thank you to Mom and Dad. Maybe he should start. Today, Pete thought, I'm going to surprise Mom and Dad with something totally awesome. Pete tries to think of the best way to say thank you. He could make them dinner, but he knows that would make a big mess in the kitchen. Not a good idea. He could pick them a bouquet of flowers, except he doesn't really know what type of flowers his mom and dad likes. Not the best idea. He could clean the house, but the last time he did that, he broke a lamp. He could mow the lawn, but then he'd hit the flowers. He could change the oil in the car, but he doesn't know how. Are you noticing that Pete is having a problem? What is his problem that he has to fix? Let's look at details in some of the pictures. Remember in this picture, Pete's dad is taking him to guitar practice. And Pete realizes that he's never said thank you to Mom and Dad. He says, oh, I should do something special to say thank you. But here, he would make a mess in the kitchen. What details are you noticing that make it look messy? Bread on the floor. Are those pickles? Pickles on the floor, a spoon everywhere. Let's see about this picture. Uh-oh. Pete says, I could clean the house, but I would break things. What details do you notice that can tell you about it being broken? Use your picture power. Look what's about to fall. The lamp is going to fall, and something over here, it already broke. He could mow, but what would happen? That's right, he would run over all the flowers. Oh, you guys are so good at using your picture power to see all the different ways that Pete can try to help, but something always goes wrong. What's his problem? He doesn't know what to do to say thank you to Mom and Dad. That's Pete's problem that he has to try and fix. He has to think of a way that he can say thank you to Mom and Dad without making a mess. Let's see what happens. All of those ideas seemed kind of nice, but it wasn't enough. Pete really wanted to do something to let Mom and Dad know how special they were and how much he loves them. You see what he's thinking about? You know what this reminds me of? I'm going to slide you over here really quick. Look! He's thinking of a way to solve his problem. Just like in the middle of the story, this person is thinking of a way to solve their problem. Look at how Pete is trying to think of a way to solve his problem. It must be the middle of the story. Pete asked his big brother Bob for some help. Bob's the smartest guy he knows. What can I do to tell Mom and Dad how much I love them? Pete said. Pete, Bob says, it doesn't matter what you do. It's how you do it. As long as it comes from your heart, Mom and Dad will totally dig it. What does Pete love more than anything in the world? Pete had an idea. He knew just what to do to show Mom and Dad that he loved them. There's only one thing that Pete can do best in the whole entire world. Rock out on his guitar. So Pete sat down and he wrote a song for his Mom and Dad. Soon he's ready to sing the song, and it goes like this. Mom and Dad, you're the best. I love you more than all the rest. Yeah! I love you with all my heart, Pete says. Yes, I do. That was awesome, Pete, says Mom and Dad. So sweet. It was the best surprise for Pete's Mom and Dad ever. The end. Thank you for the story. Thank you very much. Woohoo! I enjoyed that book so much, my friends. I loved how we were able to use our picture power to find details and figure out the problem that Pete was trying to solve. Do you remember what his problem was? He couldn't think of something to do for his Mom and Dad. Every idea that he had something wrong with it. He didn't want to break things. He didn't want to mow the garden. He didn't want to hurt the car. He couldn't think of something to do. We remember in the middle of our story that he was thinking of a way to solve his problem. And how did he fix it? What did he end up doing for his mom and his dad? That's right, he wrote a song for them and he rocked out on his guitar. Because, my friends, his brother Bob told him, it doesn't matter so much what you do, just that it comes from your heart. So Pete was able to find something that came from his heart, and he was able to make a very special surprise for his mom and dad. What details do you notice here? These are good, happy details. You see all the little hearts? All the little hearts going around them? So much love in this picture. Pete found something to do from his heart, and he didn't only fix his problem, he showed his mom and dad how much he loved them. Thank you so much for reading that story with me, you guys. I had such a good time reading it with you, and I'm really looking forward to reading another one tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to have a special new person read the story for you, so I hope you're excited to figure out who our surprise storyteller is. Today, for our at-home activity with Mom and Dad, we are going to do a game called People Sort. So sorting is a really important math skill for kids to learn because it helps them in kindergarten and beyond be able to notice different physical characteristics about objects and put them into different groups based on those characteristics. The understanding that you can have a set of different objects and be able to group them in different ways and then bring them all back together and then group them based on all new different criteria is something that is really important as kids will move into different science experiments, as they have to move into like addition and subtraction, and it helps them understand that numbers even can be broken down into different pieces and then put back together with addition and subtraction. So it's a really important skill that we try and emphasize with preschoolers as much as we can, and the sorting game for today is called a People Sort. So you can do this with everybody in your house or whoever is available. Mom, Dad, your student in my class, any brothers or sisters that you have. What you're going to do is you're going to line everybody up, and then you are going, as the grown-up, are going to figure out a way to sort them based on a physical trait. So you could say everyone with brown hair goes on this side, and everyone without brown hair goes on this side. You could say everyone with glasses goes over here, everyone without glasses goes over here. And it's the job of your student and the rest of the family members to figure out what group they go in. And if you have really little siblings like a baby, then your preschooler can help figure out what group would his or her younger brother or sister fit into. That really helps them notice and discriminate different objects based on their physical traits. And then they're going to help you name the groups. So if you split based on hair color, then your preschooler would help you come up with the fact that this group is called the brown hair group, and this group is called the not brown hair group. As they get better and better at it, then they start to decide what to split people based on. They can figure out different ways to split people up into groups, and it's their job to police and make sure that everyone is going into the right group. If there aren't enough people in your house to do this exercise with people, you can also do it with toys. You can sort the toys into groups based on color, size, car toys, Disney toys, superheroes, anything that you want. The point is that your preschooler is helping you decide where things go into groups, and then helping you name the different types of groups. Pardon me, being able to solidify that and name it really helps them just kind of get it deeper into their head, the characteristic that they're sorting based on, and that everything belongs in a different group, and then can come back and be resorted into different groups. So that's an activity that you can do today. It's a really fun math and science game to do at home. It's super, super easy. We do it in class all the time, and I will come back with you guys tomorrow with a brand new activity. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.